Greetings, everybody, from the bank basement. I'm your squicket funkle donkey shawl ball petter, and it's time for another episodio of Pinch, which is Squinty. Once again, we've got the cheesy onboard sound card MIDI piano roll music playing because they are public domain. YouTube, leave me alone. Today, we are sniffing this one. This is the Topps Suite, and I know it's Topps Suite because Mrs. Squinty has lovingly put the name in Braille on the side. I can show you maybe. This is uncontracted Braille, which means each letter is represented by a separate symbol. That's Topps Suite is what it says. So let's take a little pinch, Witcha, Squinty. Sniff whatever you want, I don't care. If you're on a train in Japan, you might be sniffing schoolgirl panties for all I know. I don't care. All right, here we go. You know that? They've got these vending machines in Tokyo subway stations, and you can buy a nicely hermetically sealed plastic bag that contains the, quote, soiled panties, end quote, of a schoolgirl, end quote. And they just sit on the train and they sniff the panties all the way back to their houses from their jobs. Hey, sniff what you like. There was this weird old guy in my neighborhood that used to go around sniffing bicycle seats, but they arrested him. Topps Suite, Pinch, which y'all's Squinty. We're going to talk about the contest and the fact that some guy from Mississippi already messed up his entry, but I'm going to accept it anyway. 12 entries in less than 18 hours. Not bad for the first day. You need to get in on the giveaway because I'm giving away some really good stuff. Cheers. Oh, that's good, but it's too sweet. But there's a reason for that, and I'll tell you all about it before we get to the contest stuff. This is the original dip. Dry snuffs like this, made by W.E. Garrett, Swisher, American Smokeless, and so on. They had products called dry snuff before moist snuff was ever popular. Moist snuff, probably incorrectly called dip, are things like Copenhagen and Kodiak and Grizzly, you know, mud jug stuff, you know, NASCAR and having a girlfriend that doesn't have good looking teeth because she uses dip too, but hell, you don't care. You just, to use an old joke I used before, you just kiss and snowball the shit juice. But that's not dip. This is dip. And the reason this is dip is, if you haven't been with this channel for a while, I'll tell you quickly. The idea with these is you dipped a stick. Typically, if you live down south, you try to find a sweet gum tree. Peel off a twig, moisten it in your mouth, and dip it right in here. Then hold that stick in your mouth while you slowly absorb the snuff through your gums and the tissues of your cheek. And sometimes, if you couldn't find a twig, you might have to use a toothpick. Or, in worst case scenario, a matchstick. I've even seen people dip their finger into these and just rub the snuff on their gum. This is why, especially if it says sweet in the title, a lot of these have a lot of confectioner's sugar or powdered sugar added to them to sweeten them up. I think I'll try a little bit on my gum, just for fun. Oh, don't stick it in my eye. Yeah, it tastes super pleasant. It's for that part. I thought I made a playlist of these songs, but it's playing the same song over again. Oh well, it's just background, right? So let's talk about the contest. Let us talk about the contest. In less than 18 hours time, I've already got 12 entries, and you can enter too. You need to go to the original video from yesterday announcing the contest, and you need to read all the rules and the legal disclaimers and stuff. But basically, if you live in the British Isles, England, Scotland, Wales, the two Irelands, Isle of Wight, Isle of Man, Isle of Dr. Moreau, Island of the Dead, any of those, you have a chance to win one of 2 Mr. Snuff gift certificates, each valued at 10 GBP. And the reason I'm doing that for the British Isles is that shipping from the Isle of Man to your doorstep should be fairly cheap, and therefore you'll probably get more purchasing power. If I had to send you snuff or something like that, it would cost me probably twice the value of the snuff. So it makes more sense for me to send you a gift certificate. All right, if you live in the 48 continental United States, you might win one of 3 snuff prizes. Again, my choice. Please do not request a specific brand, style, aroma, or package size for any snuff. You get what you get, but they will be guaranteed straight from the vendor, unopened, untouched by human hands. Fresh, new snuff. If you live any place outside of the areas I've already mentioned, you have the chance to win one of 3 snuff-taking accessories. Again, my choice. These are things that come from my personal collection of snuff tools, and you might win a spoon, you might win a nice little wooden snuff box, you might get a vial or a bullet or something like that. And the reason I'm doing it that way is it's easier to cross customs in countries that severely restrict the import of tobacco. I can also legally and honestly describe the items as, for example, spoon, medicine vial, or wooden gift box. You get my point? They're also small and inexpensive to mail compared with a tin of snuff. So that is the prize list. 8 chances to win. Depending on where you live, you might have a better chance than people who live in other areas. It just might be the luck of the draw. Now, what happens is, from now through midnight U.S. Central Standard Time, which is 0600 hours Coordinated Universal Time, UTC, on November 7th, Monday, 2022, I think it's Monday, you will have the chance to send me an email in the subject line, the header, not the body of the email, Mississippi. You blew it. I accepted it anyway, but come on, tighten up your game, Pally. I mean it. In the subject line, put "Give me free stuff!" exclamation point. Then in the body of the email, you need to give me either your YouTube handle, probably the best, but if you want me to call you by a nickname other than your YouTube screen name, write that as well. And I need your real name, and your postal address. Okay, so again, the contest entry period closes at midnight my time, the 7th of November, 2022. And each entry, as it is received, will receive a number. And then I will do 3 drawings on the 11th of November at 7 o'clock my time, standard time. There will be a separate drawing for the British Isles, for the 48 continental United States, and then for everyone else. And I will get the prizes out, and I hope you will get them in time for the holidays. So that's what's new from the bank basement. Pinchin' with your Squinty. Wonderful Saturday. Might watch a little college ball today, I don't know. Probably will do some necessary chores. And of course, all through the day, I will be enjoying the wonder of nasal snuff. I hope you all have a great weekend, what's left of it. We'll talk to you later on. Coffee time. Yes, I'm going to get Gretchen Thunberg complaining again that this music sounds tinny and artificial. And in fact, it is. These are MIDI files that are made from old piano rolls from the turn of the last century. But the piano sound in the computer sound card is what is producing the sound of a bad piano. Pinch, 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 all day long. You can pinch snuff like Uncle Squinty and fall on the floor and puke. La la. Thanks for sniffing. And if you're on a train in Japan, keep on sniffing. You can buy schoolgirl panties from a vending machine and sniff them while you ride the train home. That's weird. I thought sticking tobacco up your nose was weird. Goes to show, it takes all kinds.